Hi, I'd like you to meet someone. Her name is Ivana and she lives in Australia. She has breast cancer. She also has another tumor as large or larger on her liver. So she has a tumor on the outside and a tumor on the inside. And it's metastasizing to her body, and she's chosen not to go the allopathic side. She's chosen to go into natural medicine in some form, and she's tried many, many things to deal with the situation she's in. Several months ago, she asked me for my personal help. I did a consultation. We talked about the implications, about where it is, what might be causing it, and so on, so that emotionally she could deal with the probability that the condition is something that she's holding inside of her own family history, epigenetic memory, our own belief systems that she's practicing to create this. I'm an advocate of personal responsibility, that nobody is a victim. All of us are engaged in creating whatever personal, individual, or collective suffering that we go through. So I've engaged in a number of exercises to help her, and many of you are aware of this and have asked also to help. I got her permission to show you this photograph and to invite you to potentially help her if you want. You can do whatever you feel is correct. You can avoid it. You can be emotionally involved. You can do a prayer. You can do a posture. You can do whatever you feel is appropriate from your perspective to be done privately, from yourself to her. This is a brother or a sister. This is a friend. This is a family member. This is a person. This is a soul. We've never met, but she is my sister. She's part of my greater family. So when she asked, I couldn't turn my back on her, because she is being responsible with all of her biochemical needs and herbal medicine and other methods and so on. And this was, medical profession had given up on her, told her to go home and die. The same thing is true for most natural practitioners. And do I have much hope? No, personally, I had my doubts that it's even possible to do anything. But it is possible to genuinely have compassion for her in this condition. It is genuinely possible to help her feel this, even if she passes. The opportunity to feel this on an individual basis, a global basis, is something her soul will take with her, whether she passes or not. The expression of compassion is useful for everyone. Now I'm going to talk to her more specifically, because I want to apply what I want to do my way. And in this, I've explained this to her at another time, but I'm going to explain it more publicly now and ask her to participate, and for others to understand what it is I'm doing with Peace program and why I'm doing this, how I'm doing it. So I want to explain something. So let me show you another picture. This is what you would call, scientifically, this is what's called a laminin molecule. Laminin is a molecule that creates cellular integrity. It binds together with other laminin molecules to create organ differentiation. It basically holds the entire body together. It's on the skin, it's in the cells, it's all throughout the human existence. This is what holds the human body together. It's an intriguing picture. This is the actual shape of the laminin molecule. And I'll show you another one in a moment, but this is why I'm focusing here. This is the place, this right in the middle is where I'm focused. And I'm asking you to consider why it's important. So for Ivana, I need her to be in this location. What does it mean to be in this location? For me, this is a specific location in the body. It's not just a molecule. The molecule is a reflective shadow of something greater. It's not just a pattern within the mind or the spirit body, astral body, or soul. This is, in some mysterious way, a model of the universe. Not necessary to understand electromagnetic and the 4 different forces of physics, but this is why I'm using this single position. Now, this position, like a cross, and not intended to be a religious model, this is the actual design of the molecule. This position for me is right at the heart. But you also see it's slightly below the center line. So I focus on the bottom of the heart or slightly behind the heart. So I'm saying that one of the best ways of being able to bring equilibrium and balance to one's own health or well-being is to equilibrate the opposites of the family tree, both vertically and horizontally. Doesn't mean you need to understand it, but this is a particular location at the back or bottom of your heart. Now, in order to be able to really receive the benefits of this, I'm asking Ivana to stay in this position throughout the day as often as she can. What does that mean, stay in that position? That means take your attention to the bottom of your heart and do the thing that we've suggested that you do, which is realize the presence of your own soul at the bottom of your heart. And the primary feeling or image there is peace. So with peace, stay there. Now, I've sent along pictures of a lake because the symbology that integrates the feeling experience with the mind is the imagery of a lake. So I'm asking you to stay at this point at the bottom of your heart with the lake of peace and be willing to practice as best you can the art of receiving, which is also the art of transformation. It's also letting go and a whole wide series of other things. But for this moment, it's the ability to be able to receive that will enable you to be able to transform the condition within your own self or body. Stay there. Now, you sent me an email describing your condition again and what you're going through emotionally, which you've done on a regular basis. Thank you for that. In the last email you sent me, you were concerned about COVID in the world, and you're concerned about what's going on in the broader nature of the world, about the cabal or whatever's happening in the greater world, about why the world is in such a terrible condition. That may be true. All of it may be true. But it's of no use to you right now. Because every time you go into a social, political, or religious parameter, angels, guides, God, whatever, you're no longer there. If you tell me about your sister and your mother and your relationship to women in general, you're no longer there. What I mean by that is be inside you in this position, inside you only. Every time you go outside of yourself, being hurt, being a victim, projecting your own concerns about the world, you wouldn't have a condition on the outside of your skin if it weren't for an epigenetic emotional issue about religion. I know you're highly religious and your family is. It wouldn't be on the skin if it didn't have some element of religion involved in it. And it wouldn't be in your liver if it weren't very directed relationship of people in your family, you, your sister, and your mother. It wouldn't be in the liver if it weren't about people that are close in your proximity. Every time you go there with your sister and your mother, you're not there. Every time you go there with the outer functions of worrying about COVID or the vaccine or such and such and such and such, or the aliens for all that matters, anytime you go into those other diameters, you're not there. Because the reason that you have a cancer is a separation caused by a conflict between people. The only thing that kills people is people. That may be challenging to understand, but people kill people. We do it individually, we do it socially, we do it genetically, we do it globally. Who will cause eventually human extinction? People. No, God doesn't do this. God doesn't create violence or suffering, or God doesn't do this. Sorry, we do. Now, part of the way we do that is we relinquish the responsibility to be our own soul, responsibly, caringly, lovingly. So I'm asking you, if you want to give it your best shot, stay right there. Don't deal with, react to, if you can at all. Try not to worry about the broader diameter of the universe or the galaxy or the solar system or the neighborhood or your sister or your mother, just you. Right now we need you to be inside of you. Pretty clear? Be there in your own peace. Now, if you have a trigger that comes, your sister, your mother, the television, the mailman comes, and you get triggered, go back to here. Not saying ignore it. I say bring it in and say thank you while you process your own feelings yourself. To every unloving agitation in your life, maybe you might consider making a mantra that says, thank you, come on in. Show me the truth about what I'm denying. Thank you, come on in. Show me the truth about what I'm denying. Show me how to be my real soul. Show me how to be the real me. It's a practice. So do your best to practice staying right there. Cycles and Seasons is designed to help take you there every 2 hours. So between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., it's a two-girl feeling. You're processing the feelings of your own self-image. You're processing your memories about your self-image. You're practicing you. Between 8 and 10, you're practicing your ability to be able to change and to receive. Cycles and Seasons designed to help you to do this through all 24 hours. No, you don't have to be awake to do all 24 hours, but stay right there. Now, if I'm trying to, or many people in the world want to help you, it's like trying to deliver a package to your front door, but you keep moving the house. If you're not home, you can't receive it. I'm saying go home. Home is your heart. Stay in your heart. Stay in your home. Let these things come to you and focus on no other active principle other than processing the feelings and receiving what's given to you. If you want to periodically ask your guides to help you or engage in faith or prayer, that's your choice, but go home. You can't receive anything if you're not there. You got the general idea? Let me show you another picture. You know this one. but I think it's important. Let me go there. This again is a laminin molecule. This is red and blue, masculine, feminine, ascending forces, lateral left and right, sympathetic, jewel, flower, stream, shaker, RAYID terms. These are 4 different irises of different constitutions that correspond to different parts of the family tree, that correspond to different seasons of the year. And I want to put that light right there. So putting these together to feel that. So if you stay there and you feel this part of you inside of you and somebody is helping you, you know, one of the things I've learned about this work is we're not intended to do everything alone. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to genuinely receive the help that's offered. So I'm using this image because I know this image. I know the irises. I know the laminin molecule. And now I'm applying this as a friend and a brother with you. Let me show you another picture. You know this one. This is cycles and seasons. Yes, this is autumn. This is winter. This is the equinox, right where the red meets the blue. This is the spring. This is the summer. This is a rotation of seasons. All of these different colors are also different times of the day. So I'm suggesting that you stay right here, which, by the way, is a laminin position of your heart, and you process these feelings, and you keep staying right there for all the hours of the day, and I'm doing my best periodically to go right there and be there with you. Cycles and seasons. Yes, do your best to feel every 2-hour segment of the day. Sunrise, sunset. Bring them all together, process them right there. Why? To bring maximum amount of attention and sensitivity and awareness to feeling this one location and bringing the equilibration of balance to that location. Now, theoretically, this has the capacity to bring equilibrium to the body, to the mind, to the soul. Do it well enough, anything is possible. So I'm willing to practice this, and I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to work with one human being on their current need, who is responsibly doing everything else biochemically to make this work. A lot of people wouldn't do that. I appreciate that you're doing it, but I also appreciate the opportunity for me to practice it with you, because this is still what I have to learn, how to be able to give and receive with one human being, and learn how to do that through all the cycles and seasons of the day and the year. I'm learning too exactly what you're learning, and we're learning this together. And maybe we can hit upon some solution that is teachable to others to overcome not just breast cancer or liver cancer, but any other form of disease. But in order to do that, you have to ask yourself, what is your motive for wanting to do this? Come out of pain and suffering? That's fine. Yeah, that can be one of your motives if you want. But what are you actually learning by going through this process? What can you do? What's your motive? To get better? To go back to the lifestyle that you were living? To go back into the same difficult relationship with your mother and sister and women again? Or learn how to live in peace with women and men? Can you actualize living peace regardless of who they are by gender or where they are in the world, cultural class, race, economic class, alien or not, cabal or not? peace? For me, the answer is with peace. Hang in there. We're doing our best. Talk to you soon.